To make loads of money very fast in GTA Online, you have to do a heist. Not only do they make you a lot of cash, but they are all very fun to do with friends or solo. Well, actually not all of them are fun, so which ones are worth doing and which are absolute trash. That's why in this tier list I'll be ranking every single heist in GTA Online based on profit and gameplay, so you don't waste your time and instead make millions. Starting things off at the bottom of the list, we have the Prison Break heist, one of the OG heists, being literally the worst heist in the entire game. Back in 2015 this heist wasn't all that bad, cause the economy was way different and you could actually find people that wanted to play. Nowadays no one cares about the OG heists, and especially not this one, cause the payout is really bad and the heist itself is annoying to complete, since you need at least 4 players and you only earn $800,000, you're walking away with 200k each. Also the fact that a lot of noobs play this heist, so they either crash the plane within 2 seconds or they parachute into the helicopter blades. Series A funding is also going into the trash tier, another one of the OG heists that honestly only stands out because of Trevor's and Ron's involvement. The setups are tedious and the finale is boring, all you do is drive 2 trucks around the map, with the payout being 800k split between 4 players. Finishing the trash tier with another OG heist, the Humane Labs raid, with the payout being decent, $1,181,000 being once again split between 4 players. Don't get me wrong, some of the setups are fun and somewhat challenging, and the finale is actually really cool. You invade the Humane Labs and escape through the drainage tunnel. Completing everything takes you about 1.5 hours as a casual player. The 2 remaining OG heists belong in the mid tier, starting with the Flisa job. It's not above the other heists because of the payout, at only $250,000 on hard mode, split between 2 players, but the Flisa job ranks higher for a few key reasons. First of all, it's quick and simple, 2 setups and a finale that only takes 30 minutes to finish. It's the fastest heist in the game. You also only need 1 other player, so you will be able to find someone quickly, and on top of that it's really easy. Since this was the first heist in GTA Online, it was sort of a tutorial. Now the best OG heist, aka the Pacific Standard job, with the payout being significantly higher than the other heists, $1,875,000 on hard mode. You do gotta keep in mind that you can lose a lot of this money once you leave the bank vault and have to drive all the way to the northern part of the map while escaping a 5-star wanted level. With randoms this is almost impossible, but with a good crew you can complete this heist in under 2 hours. As the leader you're nearly making $1 million, which is still pretty good in the current economy. Next up we have the Salvage robberies, aka the chop shop. Summarized, you get 3 car robberies each week, which you can only do once per week. Payouts vary from $250,000 to $400,000 depending on which car you steal. You can do them completely solo in about 45 minutes, so that's a huge W. The setups and robberies are action packed just like a heist, hence why I included them in this list, but the main downside of these is the limited robberies. There are only 5 total variations and the payout is nothing too special, especially when we consider the amount of time we have to put into it. Since we can only do a maximum of 3 robberies per week, which is the main issue, it will take you 3 to 5 weeks to even make your money back that you invested into the upgraded salvage yard. One of the largest ever heists added to GTA Online back in 2017 is the Doomsday heist. It's both large in payout and in size. There are 3 different acts, each having multiple preps and setups. With Act 1 you can earn $1.2 million, Act 2 $1.78 million and Act 3 $2.25 million, so the payout increases for each act and it's split between 2 players. Unlike most heists, this one actually has an in-depth story. You team up with Lester, Agent 14 and the International Affairs Agency to stop a global war, putting the US in Doomsday scenario, hence the name of this update, and they are not joking around with the title, cause in the finales you will encounter invisible juggernauts, orbital cannons, tanks and jetpacks. I pretty much only name pros about this heist, so why is it in the mid tier? Well, there are 2 main reasons. You need to buy a facility, which aren't cheap, in order to start these heists in the first place, costing you anywhere from $1.2 million to $2.9 million without any upgrades. The second reason is that there are so many preps and setups you have to complete in order to start the finale. Mind you that the finales aren't exactly easy, especially Act 3, good luck with that. Next, the aggressive approach for the Diamond Casino heist, which is the worst approach. This is one of the 3 ways you can complete the finale. Not only do you get less money since you alert everyone inside the building and blow up the vault door, giving you less time inside the vault, you possibly also lose even more money cause everyone is shooting your duffel bag. You encounter over 100 enemies doing it this way. While this approach can be fun, going in sneaky is a smarter idea, making you way more money, so I will keep those approaches reserved for the higher ranks. Moving on to the good tier, we will start with the FIB files from the Agents of Sabotage DLC. earning you $150,000 on average as a solo player. Complete the bonus to earn an additional 50k. Each week there are 4 files, with one being the priority file. This one can only be completed once per week, but you do get twice the amount of money, over $300,000, with of course the 50k bonus on top of it. These missions aren't anything special, they are straightforward in terms of difficulty and time to complete. A W for these missions is that you can start them from anywhere on the map via your phone, so no need to travel to the garment factory to start them every time. You can do them fairly quick back to back cause the cooldown is only 5 minutes. Then we have one of the most recently added heists, the Titan job from the Oscar Guzman Flies Again DLC, which released in March 2025. It's not labeled as a heist, but it sure does play like one, having 5 setup missions and a big finale where you try to steal a Titan 250D gunship. It's a pretty unique heist. With the amount of aircraft you fly, I highly recommend it for the pilots among us, plus you can either play it with friends or on your own. What makes this heist one of a kind is if you decide to play the finale solo, you're actually playing it with Oscar. He flies the plane while you're the gunman trying to take down the Titan 250D. The missions itself also let the player decide, you can steal multiple planes or just one, depending on how you want to go about the finale. All this can be completed within an hour, making you $500,000 on normal mode and $750,000 on hard mode. Auto shop contracts are tricky, cause some of these contracts could be ranked in a good tier while the others could be considered bad, but overall it deserves a spot in a good tier. There are 9 contracts in total, and every time you can choose from 3 different options, each paying around $180,000 and taking about 20 to 30 minutes to complete. However, there's one contract that is significantly better than the rest, called the Union Depository contract, with the payout being $300,000 while it takes just as long as the other contracts, if not quicker. You can't replay the same contract back to back because of a cooldown, but you can still earn about $470,000 an hour by doing the Union Depository contract plus another contract. Ending the good tier with the 2 remaining Doomsday heists, Act 2 and 3, the Bogdan problem and the Doomsday scenario. The Bogdan problem is the better one, cause it has one less prep and setup mission than Act 3, but like with any of these heists, doing it with randoms will give you a headache, so that's why I can't put it in the best tier. While Act 2 is easier, it also pays less, $1.78 million versus $2.2 million for the Doomsday scenario, so Act 3. If you're looking to play one of the coolest action-packed heists in the game, you have to play them, and everyone likes a challenge, right? Finally, we have arrived at the best tier. Each one of these are must-do heists that will make you millions in GTA Online. Kicking things off with the Cluckin Bell farm raid. While it's more a beginner-friendly heist, letting you start it with literally no upfront requirements, don't let that fool you. It's one of the best heists in the game. There are 5 setups, each having variable options of doing it. You can choose a different weapon and vehicle loadout, which leads to a different finale result. Depending on the outcome of the last setup mission, you either have to do the heist stealthy or aggressive. All this can be done within 45 minutes as a solo player, and remember what I said, you don't need any requirements, no vehicles, no properties, so you can start it as a complete beginner at level 1. We already ranked the worst casino approach, but what about the other 2 best approaches to complete the Diamond Casino heist, being the Big Con and Silent and Sneaky? They are both better than the aggressive approach, since you will be making way more money, and that's all because they are both stealthy, which gives us more time inside the vault and lets us escape the casino unnoticed. If you want a laid-back, calm approach, go for the Big Con, where you disguise yourself as Group 6 guards so you can sneakily get in and out of the vault while taking all the valuable loot. If you want to do this heist like a ninja, taking out the guards with suppressed weapons, drilling the vault door and even using night vision, go with Silent and Sneaky. Either way, you will be making a bunch of money, depending on your loot, crew and skill. If you have diamonds, you will be making around $3.6 million, while cash only makes you $1.6 million, which will be split between 2, 3 or 4 players. We have now arrived at my personal top 2 heists in GTA Online. These are the ones that I play the most to make the most amount of money in the shortest possible time while also having fun. Starting with the Dr. Dre contract, it's not one of the best paying heists, coming in at $1 million for about 2 hours of gaming, but the content itself and the storyline with Franklin and Lamar makes up for it. It's probably the most fun heist to play if you follow the story. On top of that, it can be done as a solo player, and with a recent update you can now finally skip the cutscene with Dr. Dre that takes like 5 minutes. That way you can play through this heist quicker. There are 3 sets of missions, just like the Doomsday heist, but these are shorter missions. We have the High Society League, South Central League and the Nightlife League. They all have decent setups in terms of enjoyment, and the most action-packed heist is the High Society League, where you have to chase down a helicopter and take out the mercenary. You also gotta keep in mind that in order to start the contract you have to purchase the agency, which itself is in the top 3 businesses in GTA Online. So while you wait for the cooldown of 48 minutes to start the Dr. Dre contract again, you can dive into the other agency money methods to stack up some cash. The best heist in GTA Online is the Cayo Perico Heist. For me personally, I still find it one of the most fun heists to play. Even after doing it hundreds of times already, it's the best paying heist in the game, and if you follow my guide, which I will link in the description, you will be able to complete this heist in under an hour, making you about $1.5 million after every run as a solo player. This of course depends on your luck when scoping out the island. If you're lucky you get the pink diamond and make $1.7 million, but if you're unlucky you may only take $1.1 million home and some tequila. What I love about this heist is that it's a giant sandbox. You can choose different approaches, ranging from going on a rudder through the drainage tunnel to skydiving out of the Alkanast, or do you prefer the Kasatka approach? You can do it solo or with friends. Because of that I can confidently put the Cayo Perico Heist at the very top of the best tier and crowning it being the best heist in all of GTA Online. Anyway guys, that concludes this tier list, and let me know if you agree with my rankings in the comments. Which heist is your favorite and would you rank any of them differently? Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more GTA content. I will catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.